Hey, we're back.
Welcome to another episode of Bilal and Damien. Let's talk real perspectives. Heard from you guys in over a week. Hope everything's been fine. As usual, guys, we'll kind of wait a few minutes while others join the platform. We have another guest joining us this week. We're going to just call this gentleman Mr. Anonymous. He'll be joining in on the conversation. In about 1 minute, we'll start the topic.
No, we're good. We can start the topic. What is the topic?
So, as you guys know, we've been kind of focusing on relationships and the do's and don'ts and why should a man,
Yeah, I can barely hear you, bro.
why should a man get married versus a single man? So we're going to start with that same topic and that same theme. So here's a question that's posed. When in a relationship, when did it happen that a man has to be emotionally responsible for his partner? When did that start, and is that fair for men to assume that wrong?
I mean, that'll be a question for the married people, because I don't have that problem with being emotionally responsible for, I'm gonna say I'm not responsible for making anybody happy. I'm not, and I'm also, my responsibility stops when, well, baby, take me to do this, and or it gotta be my responsibility for you to have fun, for you to be, like the young lady was saying last time when she come home from work. I was getting the man. It was his responsibility to make her world
Right.
all of this, and that's in marriage. I'm thinking, because I don't come home to anyone, so I don't have a problem with walking in my house and have to worry about how was your day, baby. I don't have to worry about any of that. That's, you have to do that, and this guy over here has to do that.
I'm single.
You're single tonight?
I'm single, period.
Okay,
Yeah, but
so
and our anonymous guest, I don't know what's the situation. Is he married?
yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let him explain.
Yeah,
Introduce himself.
bring his mic up too. I can barely hear him. Posted out here.
No, he's
Yeah. Go ahead. So go ahead. Introduce yourself or whatever you're willing to share.
What's up?
So how do you feel about the topic? You married, not married, single? What's your stance?
Married.
How long you been married?
Almost 20 years.
Would you recommend marriage to a single?
Hell no.
You said hell no. Why would you not recommend marriage to a single brother?
Because it's being the responsibility of being married and the responsibility of being single is two different ball games. Being single, you have the responsibility of self, which is the words where the word selfishness comes from, right? So being responsible for self and being responsible for you and someone else is it's monetary and it's emotional and it's all spiritual and physical. So the opportunity to stay single, I have sons and I tell my sons, don't be in a rush to get married because it's really not really necessary to be married.
So why do you feel it's not necessary to be married?
I mean, no. Why do you feel it's necessary to be married?
Well,
Ryan, what do you feel is necessary to be?
Okay, so I don't know that it's necessary to be married. There's plenty of people who've been in long-term relationships and they don't define their relationship with wedding bands and wedding procedures. So I'm not necessarily holding up a banner for marriage.
I think society has told us that house and a white picket fence and sold us that dream. But I don't believe it's necessary to go through life being married. I don't see the benefit of it or the downfall from being single.
Thank you.
Well,
Mr. Anonymous, thank you. A married man, because I don't see the benefit from being married. Man, I had a list of things that married men going through. One being,
I have that list. I'm going to pull it up.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
no, go ahead and read my list because I don't get it. I got to give up half my stuff if it don't work. So we made a mistake, baby. Okay, you go your way, I'm going to go my way. I'm taking that shit. That ain't fair to me. The young lady was telling me how to get around that by prenuptials, but this was the thing. But everything you make once you're married, we got to split that. So this is my thing.
All right, so I have that.
I'm gonna have to be 100 years old when I get married.
Pull him up, son, B. I can barely hear it.
Yeah. So here's that list. It's I don't see the benefit in being married. Number one, according to Damon, sex is blah. We'll let you defend your statements. This is your statement. Having to give up half my money. That's number two. Number three, I have to take another person's happiness over mine. Number four, there's another person I have to concern myself with in my journey in life and what makes me happy.
Shit.
That's his list.
And it's just 4, and that's a lot.
So that's 4 things on the list. But
Now, what you want me to defend first? Sex is blah.
No. Well, I mean, we kind of beat the sex thing over the head. every
Okay,
week,
I'm not talking.
But
Anonymous, is sex blah with the same woman for 20 years?
Nah, I'm very attracted to my wife.
Okay, we have to debunk that.
It's not a it's attraction means everything.
that's right.
If you're not attracted, then you're not gonna have that desire. So I desire my wife's. You know what I'm saying? Desire and attraction is still there. But I'm just a sexual being. I mean, that's just who I am. So it don't take much.
So we're gonna segue into this. So a lot of stuff is on the table, right? Sexually with you and your wife, because it has to make it interesting. My fear is I get with a woman, and I'm doing air quotes, because I get with a woman, all of a sudden, my sex before we were married was apparently disrespectful sex. So once we get married, now we have to have, don't even know what this means, respectful sex. So I can't do my wife like this because
I don't even know what that means.
Thank you. 20-year marriage.
But that all depends on your partner and what
Respectful sex.
What we're defining, right? What we're defining that as, because
that shit didn't go together. I don't know.
Okay, so you define it. So you go ahead and answer his
It's
question.
not a definition. There's no such thing as once we're naked. That in itself is like shit. Everything on the table. I'm butt naked. I'm
The
seeing.
thing is, all things are on the table. That's desire between both parties.
Right.
That's it, and I think that's where we lose ourselves.
You know what I'm saying?
We
So I mean,
define
if the other person don't want to do it, what's the fun in that? I don't want my fist just
Okay. Okay.
I'm saying?
Being married, so you stuck with a person that don't want to do something that I want to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
now
I
what?
see that.
So do
That's
I?
just, that's I can.
So the advantage
agree with you.
point for me.
Well, no, because that's where compromise comes in. Okay, let's say that if your committed relationship partner has some do's and don'ts, then the compromise be, okay, instead of this taking place every day or all the time, be willing to give me this or give me that. So it's compromise. And
I got to give up half my shit. You gonna give me everything I want.
Hey, listen, I
You need,
understand.
you need a good lawyer.
No,
That's what you
or don't get married because
Don't get married.
I can't fathom. So listen, I desire my toes licked, right? Oh, I don't suck toes, but I'm gonna know that before I marry you.
Right, there
So-
you go. There you go.
So
Right.
my conversation is mute. So no, what if she say, well, I think I'm gonna become a Jehovah's Witness, so we gonna stop doing all kind of.
hell no.
So now you got to give up half the shit because you can't divorce her because you're giving up half the stuff because she decided because she wanted to be a Jehovah's Witness or whatever religion that say you can't lick toes or whatever. So now all of a sudden, everything that we were, like the young lady said last week, not necessarily you married a lie because she changed during the marriage.
Right.
So if she takes it, I'm gonna call it because sex to me, that's another. We're gonna segue in that too. Matter of fact, we can just jump straight in that. Sex to me is the number one thing
Right.
in America,
Okay.
in any relationship.
Right.
Right.
Because if without sex we have nothing. I don't
Right.
want
It's
to
up. It's up there. It's not number one for me.
Yeah,
but
it's not number one for me either.
It's number one for
It's,
me.
it's,
I
it
don't
floats
think.
between number one and number two.
It's number one through number 10 for me.
Okay, it's not number one for me. You said a lot there. You said if someone suddenly changes and becomes Jehovah's Witnesses and changes, I think that's different, right?
That's way there.
Yeah.
That's still change. Whatever reason you change.
No, I understand that, and so that
Uh-huh.
could be a reason for separation. That could be a reason for renegotiating.
Use the
So
correct
it
term.
could be a lot
Giving
of
up
things.
half your shit.
Right. Well, I mean,
Because
yeah,
you're not gonna renegotiate or separate without giving up.
something.
Put my list back
Right.
up. Put my list back up.
Yeah, he's stuck on that half, but
I'm stuck on that half. I'm not gonna stop making money. You know, I'm not gonna stop making money, and I'm not gonna give it to somebody that's just dirt.
Right.
You know.
But you said I have to figure out how not to give up my money. So,
Okay, so what was my other thing I said on here?
Oh, so again, you said so that was number 2 about giving up your money. But
Okay.
so there's
The happiness thing.
okay because there's ways to get around not giving up money, prenups, things of this nature.
Right. Lawyers, good lawyers.
agreements. Yeah. So that shouldn't be deter someone for not getting into a long term
It should.
relationship.
The happiness thing.
Yeah, well, you know, the long-term relationships, man, are determined by both people, and
Right.
you gotta desire to want to be in a long-term.
Exactly. You both have to
Listen to
desire
somebody.
each other and want to be in those committal relationships.
Yeah, I was listening to somebody today, and he was saying that in the beginning you have all those endorphins and all of those chemicals just going around when you first meet somebody, and then once all that settles, you realize, then you start seeing people's flaws. While you're in that chemical imbalance, you don't pay attention to the flaws, but once all that stuff subdues, you start seeing their flaws, and you start pointing out all these things that's wrong with that person, and it's not, I can understand what he's saying, it's really not fair to do that to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you plan on being in a long-term relationship, you gotta let some of that go and start working on developing the relationship between you and that.
I've always said that you gotta surrender some of yourself.
But why?
Well,
Why do I?
Because that's the commitment you made.
That's right. That's part of the commitment.
That's all I'm saying. If you decide not to make that commitment, you have all the right to do
Just
that.
saying, yeah, I'm out. You know,
So
everything else.
what makes
Express
you
that.
you two men? What makes you say, man, I'm about to give up a lot of shit for your wife, and you did also anonymous. You did it for your wife. So you two men decided to give up, and you did it for 20 years, and you did it for 30. You men decided to say, I'm giving up something. I can.
Well, to me, my wife was a game. I didn't give up anything.
Oh.
My wife was a game to me. Because see, we had children involved, and I wanted to raise a family with a male and female, so the kids can see the family dynamic.
Okay.
And whatever that took to do that, then that's what I was willing to do.
And same, but the
But
last
now we're in the empty nest, so it's a totally different relationship.
Yes.
I was always told, don't marry for the children, but and don't stay in a
No,
relationship
it's
for the
not
children.
married for the children. It
No.
wasn't married for the
So,
children.
Right.
I'm not
Families together.
right. I'm not unhappily married, but
You're right. It's
That
different.
was- that
Now, there's
was-
an easy marriage and there's a hard.
right, exactly.
My marriage has been easy.
But I can say that staying with my wife, the children was part of that.
Right.
Not being separated from my home. So that was important to me. So there was some change and some things that I was willing to do for that reason, to make sure I stayed in my home.
The family dynamic, right.
Yeah, with my children. Yeah, so that was a high priority for me.
I'm a piece of shit because I didn't
Sacrifice.
I mean, my sons came and lived with me. I have children living with me outside from them. Our parents, we were never together over their mothers. But
Yeah,
they
I got a
seen a
question.
family.
Do you have daughters?
Seven of them.
Okay. Now, what if a man like you in your position, being a single man, was in a relationship with your daughter, how would you address your daughter about dealing with him?
Something's wrong with me because if she was with a, see, I'm a provider, and I'm a protector. If my daughter was with a guy like me, say he was multiple, open relationships or just dating, if she was with a guy and she knew it and agreed to it, and he treats her like I treat her mother, then I'm all for it. I wasn't a bad guy,
So
you're not gonna find any female to say I was a bad guy.
Right. So real quick, I'm gonna make a quick comment on the provider because I think as men we hang our hat on that, right?
There we go.
Because I hung my hat on that as well, and I used to always make that reference to my wife, and because you always talk about what are benefits, and so one of the benefits of a wife or just a good woman that's in your life is that she still challenged me to be emotional with her and our children. So her care for me was always reflected in me trying to be the best man and father and husband I could be. So she encouraged, because I always defined myself, hey, the lights were always on, and I always had food to eat. But my wife would say, yeah, but you're not hugging and kissing. You're not saying I love you enough to the kids. You're not hugging and kissing the kids. You're not saying goodbye. So she grew me in that. And that's the benefit again of being with a good woman. She makes you.
Where did that come from though? That block?
Oh, I think as men, we hold our hats on. Our pride comes from the fact that we're holding it down economically. And so I'm taking care of my business at home. And so I think that's the example we can draw from. For me, I know you, Anonymous, personally, so I know you had a father figure, but my upbringing, I didn't. So
right.
we hold our hat on the fact that we were accountable economically.
Right.
And
well,
so,
see, I did as well though, P, and you know that. But my having a man in the house doesn't actually mean that man is teaching you anything.
Right. No, I know.
Absolutely.
We did a whole segment on that. Yeah, we did a show on that. So anybody who's interested in listening to that show, it was called A Man in the House versus a Father. You can catch that on Spotify. So yeah, we did a segment on that.
Now, okay, I'm still not agreeing. Now, the happiness thing. Both of you just said you had to give up something, and I've seen a lot of marriages where I know for a fact men, y'all call it compromise. I'm gonna call it giving up something that I love, like whatever it is. I just seen a lady throwing all of her husband's PFIs and video games in the dumpster. It might have been a skit, but it was on social media. Throwing them out, turning them up, throwing them away because he spends too much time being happy. Right. So she's miserable.
That's tough.
Because she's happy. Because he's happy. So, nope, you can't be happy no more.
Well,
so you got to do what I want you to do to make me happy.
Right. So you can't be addicted to us, right? So in a relationship, what I mean by that, you can't be addicted to the relationship. You have to find hobbies, things that make you happy independently from each other. You have to do that, right? So whatever that is, you have to develop that. And when you fail to do that, when you're defining yourself through the relationship and that only, that becomes very problematic.
You still didn't answer my question.
Well, I mean, because I can't.
Mr. Anonymous, he's not going to answer my question.
Well, because you said that you had to give up something of yourself to be happy or to grow the relationship.
I didn't say, no. I just said something that makes me happy or something that makes you happy, something that makes Mr. Anonymous happy. If the wife is not enjoying it, she wants you to give it up.
Well, then, okay, so if that is the case and that happens, I say you got to be a man and you got to stand on that.
Tell him what I said.
Okay, so he was saying that if you as a man are doing something that makes you happy, that you enjoy doing, and then the wife who does not condone that or wants you to participate in that, she wants you to give that up.
I ain't happy.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Okay.
saying. You
So-
got to be a man on that. You gotta
Okay,
be
but
like,
she
nah, this is what I'm doing.
still so she gonna be okay. Well, I did all this, throwing this PS5 and all this away. Now what though? But she's taking steps to ruin your happiness. Why do I have to live in a situation
Well,
where
you
there are
should.
steps
Right.
taken
Well,
to
you
ruin my
should not.
happiness?
Right, you should.
If
And
the person-
I would live in that situation.
Can you make this come over here?
If the person that you're with is not does not understand what you enjoy, then you shouldn't be with.
There you go. So a lot of this stuff. So, but by this time we're married, right? So, just like me doing this podcast, for instance, say I'm dating a female. Say she don't like me doing this, so she tries to cause problems. This has happened with me. Female came and started blah blah blah. And now there's different kind of stuff, right? Now I didn't understand none of that question. No, I mean none of that attitude. But I don't like peace interrupted. Period in my life. Period. I don't like peace interrupted. So anytime peace is interrupted in my life with anyone, I turn myself off from it. I ignore it,
Right.
swivel, and go in a different direction. So I know you can't do that in a marriage. You can't ever say, give them the 5, that's 5.
Exactly.
You can't
Well,
do
you
that.
can.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Yeah, you can. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Taking time, that's called what they call that, me time. Right? It's nothing wrong with that.
I'm glad you said that.
But you can't do it for days.
Well, women, as we know, because I know women, and you know them better than I, you guys know them better than I because you're married. They will be upset for days.
right. And you got to
Yeah.
put that,
In
you
the
got to put that
beginning.
limit on that because yeah, you got to say, look at.
Yeah, in the
Time
beginning, you
move
gotta,
on.
you gotta reel that in.
You got to move on.
Process it and get over with, because we got
That's right.
things to do.
Process that and let's move on. We got to continue doing.
So that's how it works.
That's exactly how it works.
Yeah.
It's supposed to work.
No, that's how it works. If it's not
Well,
working,
right, that's how it's supposed to work.
let me. So
Some people, it takes longer for processing, but if you sit down and you have that conversation,
Yeah, you gotta
then
have
you know,
that
you got, I mean,
conversation.
see, that's the thing about it, is communication.
absolutely.
If communication is not right, then yeah, you're gonna have a problem. But if you sit down and you communicate, say, look, I understand you're upset, but hey, we gotta do something about it.
I'm
You
telling you,
can't stay in that space for that long.
the best way, the absolute best way to communicate with a woman is writing. Put it in writing. Because when you're talking to her and she's upset or you guys are going through something, she's not hearing you. She's totally shut down. She's in her position or whatever that was, whatever her position was. So if you write her something, see, then she can read that on her own multiple times, really interpret what you're saying. That really helps. But to just be speaking to her when she's going through something or she's in a moment or a position or a stance that she's taking, she's not listening to you. So that's just going to prolong whatever it is
So-
you're going through.
This is what's happening here. I'm realizing this. B is coaching me in a relationship that I'm not in yet. But he gives me some good pointers to now. I know what to expect and how to dodge it.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
but I'm gonna do this.
Well, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
Being in a marriage and processing it and being single and processing
It's
is two different worlds.
Absolutely. So
Two different worlds. Being single, you can leave and you go.
I'm going to leave.
options make you not have to deal with things.
No,
Yeah,
but
it's totally different.
so listen to you weekly with all this magic nigga shit that you be on. I get it, So I know if I ever decide to at 54, it's say boom, I meet Little Red Riding Hood or whatever, fairy tale shit, and I get married, right? I know this is marriage counseling. Not gonna happen. I know now that I got to tippy toe, because that's what it sounds like y'all doing. I got to write
No.
I don't care what you say.
Don't tiptoe around.
I got to write a note.
So I understand. No.
I don't tiptoe.
See, he's interpreting this wrong.
I don't feel so, bro.
I can't write. So now what?
I say what I say.
What I'm saying is that if you're
Nah, I won't tell you
if
so.
both of you guys are taking a position on an argument or a situation, you're not hearing each other.
Right.
You're never going to win an argument.
I don't know about that part
You're
either.
not gonna win. So it's just not working.
I'm not going to argue, so I'm not going to win.
Right. So
I'm going to agree with you.
So the end
You know.
game, at the end of the day, you love each other. You're just going through something in the moment, and you express yourself to each other, and you move on.
Can I say something?
Sure.
Real quick, I've learned a long time ago when it was a friend of mine told me a long time ago when you're dealing with a problem, normally you have somebody on one side and then somebody on the other side, and the problem is in the middle. But what you do to solve the problem is somebody comes to the other side and you take on the problem together. Instead of sitting there having the problem in the middle and y'all battling over what the problem is, it's called problem resolution. You know what I'm saying? You can sit and go back and forth all day long, but if you're not having conversations to resolve the problem, then the problem still will be there.
Exactly.
And that takes effort on both sides.
Yeah, and
If
that,
you're willing to
that's
do that, then yeah, you're always gonna have
right.
problems.
But you have to be
Unsolvable
willing to do
problem.
that. And a man with options, he's not going to do that.
My biggest problem that I hear, the number one thing I hear about that women say to me is, I'm nonchalant.
Mm-hmm.
You too nonchalant. Because when they get into, because a woman will argue about anything.
Right.
And I'll be like,
Some women, not all.
all
Some
the ones
women
I've never
fuck it.
met, they would argue about including my mother. I used to watch my mother argue with my father and be like, yeah, for real? Hey man, divorce, huh? I'm going with you. Listen, but so my nonchalantness is because I did grow up in a household where there was a lot of arguing, right? And I just sit back and be like, okay, this is how you solve this. Ignore her, man. Stop talking back to her, right? I'm a kid saying it. So I developed that. So a woman get the at me, I'm instantly start agreeing. 2 + 2 is 6. You're right, absolutely right.
And that's just going to make that woman.
Yeah,
So-
sometimes I just gotta chime in on this. Sometimes ignoring a woman will amp it up times 10.
Yes, sir.
Depend on that woman.
But see, this
It
is the
don't
thing.
resolve the issue.
But here's the thing. Again, guys, we're going in circles because when you have options, you avoid of all the things that me and this brother's talking about.
Okay, no.
Because you can say,
I'm practicing on being in a relationship. First, I got to practice on being in a relationship with one woman because I'm like this. For instance, they might cut me out. If she won't put something in her,
Don't let them cut you off.
right,
right? If she won't put something in her mouth, and I want something to go in her mouth, I'm gonna go put my something in somebody's mouth.
But those are those communities.
Well, see, those are options.
Right.
That's what I'm
But if she
saying.
say, no, I don't want to do that, I'm through doing that, I'm not gonna ever do it again. Well, it's time for me to exit. No,
But hold on.
Egress.
Right, because that's not fair. If that was something that was done and you guys agreed upon and you were doing this, and then if she comes and says, well, you know what, I went to church and I'm gonna stop doing it. No, man, you're right. You got every
Oh,
right.
Becky, with
to
the
say-
hair.
Yeah, you have every right to then have that conversation, and if out is the outcome of that, no, I totally understand.
Yeah, I'm
But
so-
B is right though. Y'all should have worked that out before
Yeah, I
you
gotta
before
work
you
that
walk
out.
down the aisle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
hold
so
on. We talking about going one person. You done went to marriage. All I'm talking about.
I think the biggest thing, and so that's another thing. This is another point to drive this. That you didn't. I shouldn't say that. I don't know what you experienced, so I'm sorry for saying that. But
Go ahead and say it. You know, come on.
I was going to say that you, since we lived with our spouses after they had our children, that's something that every man has to do, and quickly. He has to take that woman from mother mode back to wife mode.
You do understand I have 11 children by 9
right,
women.
right. But I'm saying when you live with them, when you in their
That's like being in prison.
You have to be like, yo, you know,
In the
hey,
army.
Hey, look here, because if they stay in that mode, so you know, I gave this advice to a young brother who was recently married, newly married, and his wife, doctor. Congratulations to her. And she was gonna have their first child, and I said, "Hey, look at me. You gotta get out of mommy mode quick. If you don't, you'll lose her. You'll lose your wife. Because women will redefine themselves as a mother and forget they was ever a wife."
So I'm 54. If somebody has a baby by me, we're breaking up. No, if someone gets pregnant by me, we're breaking the law in how many states abortion is illegal? We're breaking laws. We on the run, Bonnie and Clyde. We going straight to wherever it's legal. So that's not an issue with me, a woman in mommy mode, because most women I'm gonna come across probably is in grandma mode.
But a lot of times, that's where when married women
So
have children,
me meeting the woman now.
No, but I'm saying that's where a lot of that, they'll say, "I'm not doing that now. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm a mother now. I'm a this, I'm a that. I
At
ain't
50.
do that to you and kiss my baby, that kind of
No.
stuff.
No. We're
No, I ain't talking about it.
Right, okay.
So-
But I'm
so-
just saying
so
that's
if
some of
there-
the reasons.
Well, we're talking about me
desires
at
changing.
50. I'm not gonna marry a chick that just had a baby, so I'm not gonna never worry about that.
Right.
I'm not gonna date a chick with a baby. So
And you should.
me dating older women, there ain't nothing wrong with it. Because
Talking about baby.
well, she grown, she grown. So if I'm going to get married, I will marry a woman. Hold on, I'm tripping. Y'all done brain.
You just slipped up, nigga. You slipped up.
Listen here.
The show's over, but I will no longer because these motherfuckers. I don't know what just happened. I don't know what just happened. But I'm about to cut everything out and call it a day. I don't know what the fuck just happened.
Y'all working on it. Y'all working on it.
Y'all didn't listen. Y'all didn't start seeping stuff into me. But anyway, if I were to be in a monogamous relationship, because that's where it all starts, right? You got to be in a monogamous relationship. Right? But if I start being in a monogamous relationship, it's going to be with an older woman, so I don't have the issues of the mommy mode, right? The grandma mode, maybe.
Right, you're just gonna have temperature issues.
Right. But another issue I think I'm gonna have is what I said. I think that was my third thing is the happiness thing. But what was my fourth thing? When I be thinking about stuff, because I be sitting back thinking to myself.
So the fourth and final thing you have on the list was, why should I?
So I got a question, Dave, on this happiness thing.
What?
Is happiness is it internal? Because I don't look for my wife to make me happy.
Me neither.
Right, and I don't look to make a woman happy.
Right. I mean, and
So
I
do
don't
you-
do what I do to make my wife happy. I do it, and she
Right.
enjoys the fruits of my labor.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't go out of my way to make people happy because happiness comes from within.
Right.
So
I don't, when I go to work and I come home, I don't look for my wife. Okay, I'm home now. I need you to make me happy. That makes no sense to me because if
That's not where I was going, but my experience with that was so like I said, I seen that on one of these posts where a woman was destroying her husband's happiness, or even in skits that you see on TV where the man's enjoying, where they have to hide, just like you got to have a man cave. You know what I'm saying? So you got to hide things that you like to do from your wife.
well, I have a man cave, but I don't hide anything.
You know, I see so much of that and hear so much of that. Maybe because a lot of it's on TV. You know, but still, it's a show called King of Queens.
Right. I know.
Yeah, King of Queens. Yeah.
They should take that off the air because just because of that show, I don't ever want to get married.
Right.
That man begged for sex. He couldn't do anything,
Oh yeah.
and so I'm like, is marriage like that? I know it's comedy,
Right. So.
but
Right.
is marriage like that?
No, it's not. So again, we constantly keep saying that you have communication is key. But if you love someone truly,
Can we delete this
then
nigga?
you're committed. You're going to
Right.
want to do things.
I'm muted.
You're going to want to do things that please your partner.
Right. And I do that now. I want to do everything to please the person to please, right? Well, maybe I'm talking about two different things. I'm talking about sexually.
Well, I'm not so much speaking on sexual, but pleasing can lead to sexual.
Yeah, I'm strictly talking about sexual. I'm not talking about nothing else. I'm here in a relationship to please the female that I am being.
Right.
I don't know what I can say. I said fellatio got cut off, so I don't know what words I can use on this
You
platform.
can say it again.
Well, they cut me off now. Good, we've been on the 30th hour anyway.
So, we just go oral. They don't know if we're talking about deep brushing.
No, yeah.
Or,
Somebody gonna report me and say, "Well, you said oral."
He said oral.
yeah, when we're talking about oral
We
hygiene.
need to use medical terms.
We're talking oral hygiene. So I get it. You want a woman to perform oral hygiene. That's a must. You talk about it all the time. That's
You know, actually, it's not a must for me. I mean, I like how it looks, but I've never released myself orally in a woman from oral hygiene.
okay.
Hygiene.
Right. Okay.
They were like, "What the hell is he talking
What the
about?"
hell are we talking about?
So you guys know.
Translate that.
You guys know who followed us in the past and who listened.
Right, somebody on
So,
here, somebody on here translate that for the new people.
Yeah, we listen to any new episode.
It ain't number 13 people on here anyway, so translate that to our new.
It's 10:30.
So, yeah.
Hey, so we're about to get off here. They're over here holding up fingers and all that. You can see this, you can listen to this show again on the YouTube channel.
Spotify.
Well, it's not, you can listen to it on the YouTube channel. We also on all streaming networks, Spotify, Apple, iHeartRadio,
Google.
Pandora, Google,
Google,
not Pandora,
but Google,
but Google,
Apple.
and I said the YouTube channel, which is Damon Owsley Sr., the Silver Fox. The reason B doesn't have any of this, don't know. But it's us. It's
Okay,
gonna be here now.
Right. So B doesn't have any of this because women
Mute
don't,
him.
women don't respect boundaries.
Mute him.
So it's best for me not to have any of this.
Mute
Women
this
don't
guy.
respect boundaries. Hey guys, we want to thank you guys very much for joining us.
And hold on. Okay, yeah. Thank you for joining us. But I'm talking to. Go ahead.
No, I just want to make sure we put that. Hey, thank you guys. If this is your first time, welcome. If you've joined us multiple times, thank you and please continue.
So the 13 people that's on here, do me a favor. Just start pushing like. Just like the thing. You got 100 likes. So just start tapping the screen. Tap, 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 tap. Come on, 13 people. Let's tap the screen a lot. Tap, 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 tap. Nobody's tapping the screen. Shanna Johnson, tap the screen. Mary Belafonte, tap the screen. User 5533, start tapping the screen. The other 13 people is up here. Who was up here? 59, tap the screen for me. Just start tapping. Rapid taps. Just go. You know where I get that from? From another guy that was doing a live. He said, just tap the screen a lot. Just tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the
Guys, we
screen, tap the
also
screen.
want to thank our guest today for joining us, bringing his perspective of single life and marriage. And again, guys, we really hope that we're giving you guys something that can help you in your relationship. And so hopefully we're giving you something to grow. Thanks again. This is Damon Bilal. Real talk, new perspectives. Same time next week. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm still on here. I'm still.
Nah, we're gonna do another episode. We just wanted to end that one, and we're gonna start the
Yeah,
next.
I'm still. I'm talking about.
Hey,
So,
hey, Seymour, what's up to you,
hold on,
man? We're getting ready to do
I'm
another
letting you know. For y'all say I don't really let you know. I'm still live. So did y'all leave? I can't see nothing. Start tapping. Oh, y'all sending roses, whatever that means. I like roses, I guess.
That was a good one. Cause
All right, well,
it elevated the conversation. You know what I'm saying?
My son and I are gonna do one, and he's a clown, so we might come on later on tonight for after dark. He's supposed to be coming to get me, and we're gonna hang out and get back on here. So
So what do y'all want the next episode? While we got my man Anonymous You got your listeners on there. So what's the next topic? Because I want to get 2 in.
But I'm about to get off here. Or do we gonna stay on?
It's not being recorded. Oh,
Yeah, I'm on. So, I mean, this is live. We don't care about that. This ain't got nothing to do with none of that.
you know what's next?
I don't care. Let's go.
What, can I get a glass of water or something?
No.
No, can I get a glass?
Oh.
He said no.
Yeah. Damon, keep them going. I'll be back.
Yeah. So now I'm on the spot by myself. Everybody's gone.
Well, you still got Total still.
Everybody. Well, no, I can only talk about so much. Here, give me the mic. I'm gonna talk to Mr. Anonymous.
Oh, shit.
Can y'all hear Mr. Anonymous? Mr. Anonymous, say something.
Yeah.
Did y'all hear Mr. Anonymous? I don't know if anyone heard him, but I said we was jumping off, so they jumped off. They done jumped off.
Oh, yeah. Shit, I thought we was jumping off too, but he said quit.
Yeah, I thought we was jumping off too. So I'm about to jump off.
I think y'all still on.
Yeah, we still on. I thought we was jumping off. We gonna stay on or what?
I want to keep it rolling.
Oh, we should just kept rolling. We could just change topic in the middle of kept it rolling. And you could have edited that. That's
Oh
it.
yeah. I think that.
Yeah. So what's going on? We're making a pod. We also recording our podcast to come on at a later date. Yeah, I know we're live. But while y'all are here, just keep on tapping for me. I don't know. So if you tap a lot, I don't know how this thing works. I seen some roses pop up. Don't know what that meant.
Yeah, tapping is for likes.
Right. I know that part, but I seen some roses pop up too. So
Yeah, I think that's the same thing.
okay. Yeah, tap for me. So what's going on is we're recording our live. We're recording. I just do the live because I like doing this live. But we're recording our podcast, and you're just my live audience just get to being behind the scenes on our podcast. So if you ever listen to our podcast, you're like, hey, I remember the whole situation, and it's
I'm gonna
edited.
get in on this next one.
It's edited and all that.
Yeah, whatever.
So-
It's like that.
What we're about to do is, so we try to record 2 sessions of our podcast. Normally, we just run it straight through. For whatever reason,
Because they only did 30 minutes.
but I'm about to talk about this guy right quick. Our engineer, our producer, said pause, cut, which made me, I don't even know what's going on. And then said keep going. We got to have a conversation. I didn't know what was just happening, I done took the headphones out and I got to put them back on.
So
I done told the audience to leave.
So if you still got
Everybody gone. Let me see. It's 2 people on here. No, that's 11. Let me see.
Yeah, and I caught that. I was like, I should have said.
Shouldn't have said nothing. We should have just kept going.
You just kept rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all ready for the next topic though?
We could have just changed the topic and kept
Yeah, we could
going.
have just changed the topic.
So next time we want to if you give me the topic in advance, then you can because we cut at 40, then roll it to the end. We can do that. Next time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so now this right here, we'll pick up on my man saying that he wouldn't recommend marriage.
Okay, let's go.
So let's why would a marriage?
So look,
Now
now are we is the pot?
No, not yet.
we getting the pot. He done started taking stuff apart. Are we ready on the podcast? Oh, we got 2 guests today.
Well, I'm just gonna be on. I'm
Nah,
producer, but I'm be on.
we introducing you.
When it's interesting, I'm jumping in.
Are we introducing you as you, or are we introducing you as somebody else?
This is
go
great.
with producer.
This ain't
All right,
great.
so-
Producer.
Okay.
All right,
So our
so-
producer's about to be joining us.
So if you guys was here for our first 30 minutes, welcome back.
Oh, hold on. Let me hit
Here
record.
you go with that. I don't ever understand that.
Let me hit record.
Oh, that's for the podcast.
When you see this is green, that means it's not. If it's red, that means we live.
We big time up in here. We got green and red buttons just telling us to go and stop.
Tell me when we're ready to go live.
He just said the green. What's the green button for?
He said we're not recording.
We're not
recording yet.
So green means stop. I'm lost. What is the green for?
Green means it's not recording.
Okay.
That's backwards.
Good. You got your mic on.
Red
Means
means
record.
Yeah, red always
Oh,
meant recording.
On air.
now we record.
I've never looked over there.
All right, so we're recording. All right, so guys, we want to hey, welcome back. If you're just joining us, guys. This is Damon and Bilal. Let's talk new perspectives. We had a guest on early, and he's still here, so we want to kind of dive into him. And also, we'll be joined by our producer. He'll be commenting on certain parts of the show. Now, so earlier, our guest, he said that he would not recommend marriage to no young man. And so let's just dive into that. So again, why would you adamantly say that marriage is not something you would recommend?
Hold on, time out. Hold on, Anonymous. Let me ask you this question because I want everybody to hear how he was like, shit. Would you recommend marriage for a young man today?
No.
You didn't say it like that.
So
I don't think anybody should get married to at least 30 and above.
okay, so would you recommend marriage to a
Give you time to go through some things, to learn who you are. When, I know people that get married out of high school, people I work with, 20 years old, getting married. It's like, well, what?
Okay.
I mean, you don't even know who you are yet. You jump
Shots
straight
fired.
into a marriage. That's ridiculous. You're just coming out of the womb, out of your mom's house.
I'm
about to defend it.
gonna throw a wrench in here. Though. I think young brothers should get married, not at 25, but around 30. I think it's good for them to be married because it gets them out of a lot of trouble.
I'm saying no to that.
What age you say?
Between 30 and 35.
Well, I mean, because
Right. I agree with 30,
Okay,
35.
Listen,
hey, I can get 30 to 30.
brother, just what age would you be?
I'm gonna say 20.
What's 20? 20 is 10 years. 20 to 29.
I'm gonna say 20. And so
Which 20?
Nah,
20?
I'm gonna
What
say-
20s?
I'm gonna say at least 24.
Okay.
So I think 20.
Well, okay, now let me.
I disagree.
Is that the lower?
Let me throw a wrench.
Yeah,
Can I throw
I
a
think-
wrench in
yeah,
here?
I think
Now, what if
24.
this person that you're talking about, these young brothers should get married in their 20s? What if they want to go to the military? Right?
Go to the military.
As the military.
I got married at 19 in the military.
How does that work?
Well, I don't know.
Horribly for me.
I don't know what factor the military has. The reason why I picked marriage
Being
at
away
20.
from your spouse.
I mean, okay, bring it with you after you get out of
But
boot
you
camp.
can't always bring it with
Right,
you.
I get that, and so in that case,
What
I mean,
military you
that's-
in?
That's no difference between
You can't. Well, what I'm saying, if somebody, let's say for instance, if you decide to get married at 20,
Okay.
right? Decide you want to join the military.
Uh-huh.
You go in the military. You go to boot camp, right? Then you go to whatever school you're going to, whatever
AIT.
you're going into,
Okay.
and now they send you overseas, and they tell you, well, your spouse can't come immediately.
Right, but I mean we married, so we married, so we got some separated time. But the
Or
reason
if
why,
you want to ship, your spouse definitely can't come.
okay, we separated for a little while
Well, he can't defend that because
You're talking about
because I don't know why that would matter. The fact that I'm
Oh, it
married,
matters.
but I'm gone.
It matters.
Because you're talking about a 20-year-old. You're not talking about somebody that's 30 or 40.
Well, see, here's the thing. I'm saying 20 something because
he's never been away from his wife.
Even if the marriage failed, then if you're 35 and 40, I think you're going to have too many sexual partners, and then you're going to also have too much baggage.
What is that?
And you'll be set in your ways because I think you bring all that with you in a relationship. And so by bringing all that into a relationship,
Thank you, brother. Not Bilal.
by doing that can hinder the success of some relationships, not all.
Okay, so let me holler at Anonymous for 1 second because I kind of like to get hit with this. I'm thinking that at 24, you don't even know who you are.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And she may not know who she is because
Exactly.
I know people who have grown apart because they discovered
remember
themselves.
what I said. If it fails, that's
Give half your shit up.
But you're not going in for that though. So
But you don't want to go in for that. But I also think that if you have too many experiences, too much, I think that also can fail a relationship.
I don't understand that.
Well, I mean, because I know for me, I think getting married young has pros and cons, and I think
all
so.
cons.
And I think that getting married late also has pros and cons. So I don't know that there's such thing as a perfect age, but I think that how a man can benefit from marriage, discipline, settling down, focusing on family, taking him away from certain negative things that he may be indulging in his 20s that now he's devoting that time to his family.
Go ahead.
So those things can be very beneficial to a young man.
And I did touch on that earlier. That for some young men,
Right.
who
Yeah, we
may
never
be
talked
headed,
about 100%.
yeah,
Right.
who may be headed down the wrong track,
Right.
marriage can save them
That's
from a
right.
life.
No, I can't. Let's get back to this statement.
Hey man,
Too many sexual partners can
Yeah.
ruin a marriage.
Well, I necessarily.
What is that?
I don't think
That's
it can,
experience.
I don't think it
It's-
can ruin a marriage. But we've
What?
talked about this several times. For me,
Anonymous
when we
guy.
talk about body counts and all that.
Yeah, Anonymous got
To
to say
me,
something on that.
Go ahead, Anonymous, because he gonna.
No, I'm
You 35,
listening to
40
this
years
bull that
old.
Big B spitting out.
You may have children. You may have multiple children by different men. That's a different dynamic that comes into play when you're trying to start a relationship and build a
But
relationship.
don't you know all that before
So-
you get started?
But what I'm saying is that if you're getting married that late, those things will come into play. If you're
How-
getting
how-
married at 35 and 40, the likelihood of you finding a woman with no children is slim.
Well,
to none.
I said 30.
Then I'll be
Right.
single.
So that comes
Hold
into play.
on,
So there's a
hold on.
lot of things that come into play when you're trying
Now,
to get married.
I'm gonna say this right. So there's a plethora of women out there at 30
Absolutely.
that don't have any. I have a daughter that doesn't have a child.
Absolutely,
34.
that's right. But right, now remember, I said the likelihood. I didn't say absolutely every woman at that age.
But I'm pretty sure she's had multiple partners. I'm willing to bet she's not a virgin.
Exactly. You shouldn't expect no 27-year-old woman to be no virgin either.
So does that make my daughter not a good catch? My daughter's,
No,
six-figure
no,
young lady.
no,
Hold on,
never.
you saying no, and I haven't even finished the question. So because you said the body count, and
I said there were pros and cons, and I mentioned a few guests.
I don't see what a body count has to do
I don't need it.
with anything.
I don't need it.
Y'all heard the
I
young
hope
lady?
somebody that don't
Now,
know
now,
nothing.
we had a woman's perspective last week, and she agreed with your boy.
Okay, hold on.
That
So
mattered.
But that was a large
That
body
was a
count.
woman's perspective.
that was a person that's been married since she was 20.
Yeah.
So
woman's
her
perspective.
brain was twisted. So check this out. So
had
does
to
my body count?
She said his brain was twisted because she was married.
Does my body count against me? So one hold on, let me ask my life. Does my body count against me to where a woman won't want me? So this lady uses 78, 48, some whatever, all the numbers. Said a body definitely means something. I'm pretty sure you're talking about body count. So a
Number
body
of
count. So my body count, which is, and I'm gonna call it out. You through? So my body count, I'm gonna put it out there. I got a high body count. So now I got a high body count, a high bank account, and I have some more counts. So does that make me?
Nope, not to a woman because she's looking for security.
So
We
why
look for security.
So what are we looking for? That a body count has to count.
Now,
It don't bother me.
But see, but a woman
Don't bother me.
But the fact that she said all those other things was high, that's all that matters to her.
Okay,
You said
so-
my bank account.
Okay,
is
we
high.
get off of me.
My ability to provide for you, all those things. That's
Why
what
does
I'm looking for.
so what am I looking for in a wife to where a body count that I'm gonna have to ask about a body count?
well, we talked about that last.
Hold on. I'm talking to this brother.
Oh, no. Okay, that's anonymous.
I'm about to mute everybody except me and Mr. Anonymous.
Okay.
Nobody else can talk.
Okay, you're anonymous.
Oh, but he's agreeing with me, so I can't.
Right. Well, no. Let's see why he said.
Yeah, let's
we know
hear
why you say it don't matter. Why does he say that?
Yeah.
So why do you say that don't matter?
To me, it's experience. You get somebody that have a low body count, don't know how to do shit. I'll excuse my language. You got to know some things.
But see, I don't want you practicing.
I am not trying to be. I am not trying to be somebody's teacher.
Okay, let me teach you what I like and what I like.
Oh, nah.
Don't bring
Nah.
what
Show
you've
me what
done
you got
to
first, then
30
we work
brothers.
from there.
But my thing is this. Don't bring to me what you've done to 30 other men.
See, why not?
I'd
That's
rather-
just-
no,
when
I'd rather-
when Superstar, what was her name? Superhead, when she tried to.
And that's why.
be,
and that's
born
why-
again with
and
that
ain't
new
nobody
deal.
with-
It's like, now bring me all that you have with all the
Ain't
other cats.
nobody with-
I want to know what that is too.
I don't have a problem with the
That's
body
a different
count.
perspective. So I'm not saying
I don't-
anybody's wrong, but to me, come to me inexperienced, and I will show
Oh,
you
no.
and teach you what I'll
I
do,
won't, no.
and vice versa.
That's gonna turn me off.
Hey,
I don't need
brother.
you practicing on 30 brothers.
I don't need you practicing on me.
I'm okay with you practicing on me.
Practicing
Hey,
on me.
I'm gonna get frustrated. I'm gonna be like, man, I ain't gonna call you no more.
this is what I tell my
cut.
daughters.
Yeah,
This is what I
exactly.
tell
For
my
real.
daughters, guys. I
You
tell
lose
my
the phone
daughters.
number.
I tell my daughters this: save something for your husband.
Okay, they gonna get cheated on.
Yes, sir.
Save something for your husband.
They are gonna be calling, Daddy, he left
Like
me.
that, nigga.
Cause he left me for the lady that did turn cartwheels and did.
Well, then my thing would be to my daughter, why you didn't turn cartwheels? If that's what he wanted,
Because she didn't get the practice on nobody.
practice on him, your husband.
Well, she don't. She's now she. You know something? All that freaky stuff come back. When we were young, we was doing. You know, well, I take that back. When I say young, I say in our early 20s. That's when you. So I supposed to be married according to you. I didn't start having great sex and experiencing great sex until I was in my 20s, early 24, 25.
You been experiencing that with your wife.
No, I've experienced so much more. I just, case in point,
But
just learned a new technique
So to me,
Can I say
last
something
week.
real quick?
sure, go ahead, Brad.
I got a
Say
technique
something real quick.
that's killing them.
In the 20s, it's just not about. I mean, we know we all sexual prowess in our 20s and all that, but it's also about the emotional state of the mind too. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of
Right.
people are not prepared in their 20s, and then they got to grow with their partner.
Right,
Go
and that's the
through
beautiful
that
thing.
Headache and all that stuff. Being 20s, going through their 20s.
Right,
Now, remember, you can't go to the club until you're 21.
right.
So you got to go through that club phase with your partner, and now y'all drinking. You got to go through all that stuff, and sometimes people don't make it through those phases.
And remember now, I said that's fine. We heard people say all the time, I got married too young. This happened and this happened, and so that's fine. When we understand that divorce it happens, but now keep this in mind, everybody who's listening. The divorce rate. I got braces, guys, and I have my rubber bands, and I didn't take them out tonight, so excuse if I'm mispronouncing words. So the divorce rate is higher. For 40 to 50-year-olds than it is for 20-something.
Now, I
You
didn't
gotta
know
think
that.
about that.
Okay, say that again, because I
The
thought it was.
divorce rate is higher.
Where you get this statistic from?
Shoot, black.
He made it up.
No, I did not. It's higher for 40 to 50-year-olds than it is for 20.
Because I was always told that second marriages are more successful than first
Now that
marriages.
is true. That is
And have
true.
a lower
That
rate,
is true.
a lower
now,
rate.
now let's talk about why second marriages are better than
Because
first.
your expectations are more realistic.
Exactly. And not only
Exactly.
that, you've learned to compromise.
Yeah.
You've
Exactly.
learned
Exactly,
to
from the
consider
first
your
marriage.
partner. You've learned to consider others.
I.e.
And that's why those things are more successful.
30 to 35.
But
That's
you
right.
learn that
Why-
from-
why are we
you
learning
learn-
to
but you learn those-
compromise?
You learned that through that first marriage.
Well, you see, I
Because
heard
didn't
Bernie
do
Kid
those
say
things.
something. He said, "Compromise for what?
Right. Why are we learning to compromise?
Why compromise? I mean, you can't just bring things together and be who you
Okay.
you are.
Man, this man makes more sense.
So we can all pretend there's not compromise in the marriage. That's fine.
No, he's not.
That's not- but
I don't
that's
know.
compromise.
Why is he? Why is he
But I'm
pretending?
saying, don't lay down.
I'm not telling anybody to lay down.
Sound like you told him to lay down to me.
When did I say lay down?
Compromise.
But everybody in a committed relationship compromises. That's part of being in a committed relationship. You give up selfishness and things of you to grow the relationship.
I hate to
And in
interrupt
that
you.
growing, there are some compromises that takes place.
When you young and dumb and full of cum, as they say.
Yeah.
We wasn't so much talking about young. I was just talking about compromising the
Right,
relationship in general.
but the compromises you got to make as an adult in your 30s and 40s, you make some things you just ain't gonna compromise on.
Exactly.
But when you younger, you don't know that, so you like, oh, okay,
Exactly.
I'm not gonna do this, and you realize that's again that dream killer. Marriage can be a dream killer
Listen, right.
Yeah.
if you don't have it together.
I've said it
And
several
in your
times
20s.
about I understand divorce happens.
Mhm.
But you guys asked. You guys said that your ideal age was between 30 and 35.
Okay.
I said to me,
Okay.
to me, I think you go through that in your 20s. And if it doesn't work, you're a better man for it in your 30s. And you'll be a better husband. Or you can go through it in your 20s and it works.
Okay.
There's no formula to this thing.
So
I know people that met each other and got married and been together 60 years, and there's people that dated each other for 4 years, got married and divorced in a year.
So let me ask you this. So I'm 54. Don't read into this. I don't want to hear this later on. So I'm 54. What would you tell a 50-ish year old man or woman? Would you tell them to get married?
No.
Would you advise them? Why not?
The reason I would
Hold on.
Go ahead.
So, how old are you?
Same age, you 54, 53, 50.
Anonymous, how old are you?
52.
Okay, so we all in our 50s. Oh, great. We all in our 50s. So everybody been there. So we got
midlife crisis type of thing.
So we have 30 years 50, 20 years 50. So you got married in your 20s, you got married in your 30s. You got married in your
This is my second man.
Okay, I was just gonna say, this is my man's second man.
Okay. So you've been married 20 years.
How many times you been married?
You've been married 20 years.
You're divorced as well?
Yeah.
For the second time.
Second time, 20 years, second time.
Oh, you got okay.
So you married
First time that shit,
first time.
first time that shit didn't last a year.
But you married in your 20s.
That don't
So
count.
what made that not work? Was it you or her?
It was. Well, I was changing mentally, and she decided not to. So that it was like, okay, it ain't gonna work because we had children, so somebody had to be the adult.
Right. But see, you can also be in your 30s and change and go on a different journey as well, and it might not work. So that's what I'm
But see,
saying. Like, we
to
can't
me-
just put an age on it.
I'm gonna say something back.
Relationships are about compatibility.
Yeah.
All this compromise, it's about compatibility. If you're not compatible, then it ain't gonna work regardless.
That's where some compromise comes into play.
But
No.
B, my thing is the change you're going through in your 20s is a lot greater than your change you're gonna go through in your 30s.
It
Oh,
could
you
You
be.
starting to
Right.
know who you are.
So again, if you are constantly evolving, that can take place in your 30s too.
Let me explain something to you guys.
Listen guys, I'm not concrete on my stance. You guys gave an age, I gave an age.
Right. So
And we giving the pros and cons of
What
it.
you went through
right. So
in
me
your
Right.
with the woman that you're with.
Right.
today. So
So you grew up with her.
right.
And so, but saying that, still, what I learned in that experience made me a better man in my 30s.
But what I'm saying, that other route too doesn't exclude them from making them a better man, going through their 20s and being on their own
So,
until
thank
they
you.
realize who they are.
Thank
It's
you.
no different. You just
Thank you, because I never said
that
it.
you with.
I just brought a perspective, and you guys brought a perspective.
So let me
So
bring my
we don't have to argue who is right or wrong.
Oh,
right?
there's no argument. Let me ask you a
No, it's no
question.
argument.
Let me ask you a question. I'm about to be right on this. So me being 54, right? So everybody here, did you say no to the 54-year-old? Would you advise me to get married at 50?
I say, yeah, man.
Okay.
If you meet
So-
somebody
Right,
tomorrow,
and
So-
that's the way I'm.
Nah.
I got one yes and two no. What did you say?
At 54,
I got one. You can't change it. I got one yes and two no's.
I said no.
No.
Right. At
So,
54,
one-
I'm saying no.
So now, this is a crazy thing to me, right? So after everything you guys said, right, the club thing. So Anonymous hit on it with the club thing. In your 20s, you were able to go into the clubs. Now, and so that club thing might be successful,
Should get you
right? I was a successful club. I mean, I was a professional and successful club person. If you don't know what I mean by being a successful club person, what do you go to the club for?
Oh, you already know.
yeah.
And I was very successful at that. So
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved Monday night. Every night, from Sunday to Saturday, I'm in the club. And very successful. So it took me getting older to where I can't care less for the club right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my club ran from 21 to I know 31.
Yeah.
So if I'd have got married at 24, who was I gonna marry?
Yeah, exactly what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, any, mini, mighty, mo, catch it, you know what I'm saying? Who am I going to marry? Right? And
But that you didn't have that desire to get married.
no, but
Did you have a club? I mean, you know, did everybody here have a club life, or some of us did?
I did.
Hey, look at me. Put that camera back on me.
Yeah, I had the club life.
Okay.
Plus, I was military and then
Yeah.
come back single with kids, but still
Now, ladies.
still at the club life though.
Ladies, look at me.
Here's sexy look go.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me zoom in.
Ladies, look at me. I had a successful club life. Okay. So yes, I had.
You had the plug that in.
Yes, I had a club life, but at the same time, I mean, I wasn't cool with giving all that up. You know, I didn't have a problem.
He wasn't successful. Did y'all hear me say he wasn't successful? Because I whispered it so he couldn't hear me. He gave that up.
That's right. That's right.
Oh my
Give that
God.
up.
I had to get tired it up.
I gave that up.
I had to say, I'm like Brady, like, shh, I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of winning Super Bowls.
No. So
You know something? I'm gonna come back one. I didn't win. I'm gonna come back one week. That's how the club life was for me. I was like, I'll be in the club falling asleep. I said, I want to get this up. I'm gonna not
and
no.
that's fine. And, you know,
I hate the club now. My kids say, Dad, we haven't meet me. I'm at the club. I'm like, what time do they open? They started. Nah, I hate the fucking club.
You're at 9 and going by
But,
10:30.
you know,
Shit, 9:30.
someone who's in a committed relationship, marriage, however you're defining your committed relationship, man, there's nothing better in the world. When my wife came home.
Okay, I'm gonna cut him off. I'm interrupting him. I am interrupting him.
Man, when my wife came home today, man, I
Cut his
ran.
ass off.
Hey man,
She was getting out the car, man.
can you
I
mute
ran
his
over
mic?
there.
Unplug his mic.
See, this is how they do black love. Man. This is
Please, I hate this
how
nigga.
they do black love. I ran to my wife, man.
Oh, my
I held that woman, man. I kissed in the lips, folded,
What is-
all that, man.
I'm serious, man. You
So-
can't mute this nigga.
He said,
So I'm just saying, man. So of course,
Hey, just put your hand over his
I
microphone.
want this for everybody, man. Why would I not want this for
So
everybody, man? Why would I want- Now, this brother gives me-
me giving up,
I hate when I do that.
me giving up all of that.
Go host cut off.
So now, what I said I was about 31, 30. No, I was in my 30s. Till I was getting tired of that, right? And as I said
Right.
before, I also got tired of the hunt.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because once you're not in the club no more, it's a different type of hunt.
It's pros and cons.
You know what I'm saying?
Pros
So
and cons of giving up the hunt.
so the club life is like having a net, throwing it in the ocean, and just So that's a different thing versus throwing a rod in there. You know what I'm saying? So once you give up the club, you give up the net. Now you just fishing. You know what I'm saying? And that's a little harder.
Yeah, it's more specific.
You know what I'm saying? And so I was successful at that too. But now, even with that, I started around 40 to where I was saying, man, I'm tired of this shit too. You know what I'm saying? So now at 54, I'm gonna let you come. So around 46, I was like, around 50, I started being lonely. Right. Laying up at home, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's when I could have seen myself. That's how all these questions started coming about. That's why I started talking to people about marriage. You know what I'm saying? And started paying attention to queen of queens, whatever. Queen of queen, whatever.
Yeah.
Started paying attention to stuff like that because now I'm focusing on, man, am I going to ever, because I was married once, but like my marriage was just, I was playing. It was, it was about some money thing. Right. So now I'm trying to find out, because these are real questions, because I thought, not that I'm scared of going alone. It's just that I found myself more lonely.
Right.
Because at first I didn't care about, because I was never, again, I didn't care about being lonely because I never was lonely. My loneliness now is by choice.
Right.
Right.
I just don't want to, I can go out. I'm a pretty good looking guy. I can go out and holler at a female. I can still go to the club and pick somebody up.
Right.
I can still do that, right? I I don't desire to do that anymore. I don't even, I be in the club, women hit on me. I'd be like, I was walking through the airport today and got hit on. And I just kept walking. I was like, I can't do nothing with you. I can't take you over Bilal's house. You know what I'm saying?
And the age range has expanded for older cats. But anyway, that's a whole other story.
Right. No, that's not. So
Hey, listen, if you got gray hair, man, this is the chick, man.
Yeah, it's a man from 24 to 84.
It's something about
I would dye this shit and still get the same amount of women.
But I do want to address.
You said it's the game, right? It ain't the hair.
Hey, they don't know
Right.
the game, they just see the hair.
But I will say this.
I had all my kids before I had gray hair. But anyway, let's go.
I want to hit on the fact that these, Anonymous and B say they don't think you should get married when you mention a word loneliness start creeping in.
Right. So
when you're
here-
older. So why y'all saying
right.
that?
Okay, so here's why I said at 50.
I'm cool with being lonely, but
Because at 50,
it don't feel right.
Now it could happen. I mean, nothing is absolute. But at 54, what it would, how set in your ways and how you do things, it's going to be hard for you to now share everything.
I disagree.
I disagree.
Yeah,
I disagree with that. Because at 54, you know who you are, and you know, like
you also know what
I
you're
said
not gonna
earlier,
do.
some things you're not going to compromise.
Right. So
I'm not
that's
compromising
what's
on
gonna make it hard.
anything.
That's what's going
Right.
to be hard.
Okay.
I mean, you know who I am, you know who you marrying.
But that's the flip
Right.
side. That's my point. It's the flip side. If you find your equally yoked person, throw that word in there,
Okay.
your marriage will be very successful.
And-
Because some women don't mind you being who you are.
Right. And I agree with that.
Right. You got to find it, but okay. And there's a woman out there that's going to let you be in an open relationship.
Ho-
that you
see,
can
But I don't- that's
see,
another
he-
story. But you're right.
Well, you said that last week, so that's why I'm bringing it up.
But I don't think he really meant that.
No. I mean, what?
That he, well, because remember, he called out on called
Hold
you
on.
out.
What are we talking about?
That you want an open relationship, whoever you with, meaning
Right, I do. But
that-
but we're talking about right now. And this is a whole different thing. What we're talking about. This is not real. Because I'm not getting married.
See, there you go again.
Yeah, no, I'm not getting married. But these are. If you let me talk, I was saying I get lonely,
Right.
but that don't mean I want to get married because I'm getting lonely.
True that.
Right.
But this why.
You just need somebody to talk to.
Right. So when I get lonely now, I'm 54. I just go to sleep
Right.
because I don't wake up lonely. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause now my day is going. I'm getting. I build houses for a living. So no, I'm not lonely. I'm only lonely if I'm laying in the bed. Laying in the bed like, I need somebody here.
Right.
Now,
Certain situations.
once I fall asleep, that's over with.
Right. Certain situations. I got you.
And by the way, I'm not letting the married guys off this because married guys get lonely too.
Yes,
Believe it or
sir.
not.
Okay, so
Because
I don't.
How is that? How does that work?
Come on,
Yeah,
push that
I
button.
was
Push,
saying,
push,
help-
push.
Help me with that. How does you were married before?
Yeah,
How did you get along? Was your wife working all the time?
No, you can be in the same household with a woman and be lonely as hell.
So that's a problem.
Yes, sir.
So that's a problem.
It's real.
Can.
But that's a problem.
No, it is a problem, but it exists.
I'm not putting
in
an age limit
in
on
a lot of
that.
marriages.
It's just that
Right,
I'm
so
already
you can
54.
understand that that's not. Yeah, but that's that
It's
shouldn't
in
happen.
more marriages
Right.
than you think.
That shouldn't happen. You should be happy.
I don't know what you mean, D.
Well, I mean,
by-
with somebody.
Well,
I'm selfish.
you gotta remember you got two individual people with two different
I
minds, two
understand
different.
that.
Oh,
I
okay.
understand that, but I'm still saying that
You know,
shouldn't happen.
you're not always gonna
Seven,
be on
eight,
the same
four,
page about everything.
8, 9. Tyrone,
What person
welcome
don't
to the
like
show,
what the other
brother.
person's doing as far as what they're. When at my age, I have hobbies to
not
keep me
doing
busy.
that. There's a difference between not doing certain things with somebody.
What I'm saying though, I don't always want to be emotionally involved in a conversation.
And I get
I
that,
don't do that all the
right?
time.
But all that you're saying and explaining is still different from loneliness.
We
They're
can't.
not the same.
No, it's not. You can be lonely in your mind.
Yeah, you can be lonely, man.
To be in a committed relationship and you feel lonely, then that means that person that you're with is not fulfilling you.
No,
Problematic.
no.
To be lonely.
Perspective. No, it don't.
Man, you
No,
can,
none of that.
Tyrone, help me out.
Anonymous is right, man. You can be married and be lonely. They could be in the same room,
Right.
different room, and be
Yeah.
lonely together.
And I'm still gonna say that's a problem.
Yeah, that's a problem. I agree
That's a
with that.
problem.
How's that a problem? It don't mean you don't love them any less. You just don't. You just different.
If you're in a marriage or in a committed relationship
Because they don't want to be seen.
and you feel lonely, that means that person is not giving you what you need, and that's
What
the
do you,
problem.
Tyrone, chime in on
To
this.
feel lonely, man, that's a whole different statement. To be lonely versus to want some alone time. That's different.
That's the same thing.
Well, I get along. Hold on. Make sure I'm not agreeing with Prince Charles over here. So I'm not gonna say nothing because it's gonna sound like I'm agreeing with him, and I'm not. I'm just saying, clarifying something. I have all the alone time I want. So alone time and lonely, Anonymous. I'm not gonna agree with him, but it sounds like I am.
Lonely meaning I'm lonely.
Yeah, see,
Right.
alone times where I want to be alone. Those are different statements. Then lonely means absent of something.
Anonymous
No,
knows that.
you can be alone in your thoughts.
That's different. He's saying you feel alone in a relationship.
You could be in the same bed with a woman and be lonely.
Here I am right here. Just ask me what I meant. I'm just because I'm not with anyone, so there's no one laying next to me, and I want company sometimes.
That you want next to you.
You know, hold on. It's even times sometimes. So I eat out every night, and by myself 90% of the time. Sometimes I want company.
Which
Right.
You know, I want to eat with somebody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want a date. You know what I'm saying? But that's not enough to say. So this is the thing. I don't want to do that enough to where I'm gonna say I'm gonna lock in for life.
Right.
Now let's understand this too. I can be with one woman sexually. That's not a problem. I got females that can handle. We can handle each other sexually. They experienced. I'm like, okay. So this is the thing about that. I'm saying to my this guy right here. Can't anybody see me point? I'm saying this right here. So experience is everything because I have a female, maybe 1, 2, or 3. You know, I got a female that is willing to be everything for me. You understand?
Right.
Period. I mean, everything is willing to be
For now.
right, and that's where the fear coming in. I'm saying
Yes, sir.
the second I'm, and I really think that, man. I really believe that these females
Yes, sir.
will change that up
too.
immediately. I really feel that, man.
But see, yeah,
Because it's too good to be true.
and I understand
Hey,
that.
hey, listen,
I can tell a motherfucker to-
you can't discount.
Man,
it.
I really believe that.
Right. I have a different luxury because I met my wife with nothing. So, yeah, but I can understand where you're coming from.
y'all grew together.
Yeah, exactly. So I can understand the fear that can happen.
Yeah, I'm not afraid nobody married me from you know something. A chick told me this one time. She said, on here, they was like, all they gonna want you for because you're old. All young girls want me for is my money. I'm okay with that. I am perfectly. I had it, so want me for it.
Yeah.
That's effortlessly. I don't want you to want me for my gray hair. I might go bald one day, and then what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wrinkle up one day. Then what? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get fat one day. Then what? Want me for my money? That ain't gonna disappear.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Want me for the security. That's not going to disappear. I'm okay with that. So for you women out there that's saying, think that hurt, that you're taking a shot at a brother for saying, oh, somebody just wants you for your money. I just want her for her back end, front end, top end. You see what I'm saying? That's all I want her for. So it's a good trade-off for me because
I'm shaking my hand.
she's going to lose that. I'm not going to never lose my money. People.
See, but the game is real. That's what I think. That
Yeah.
game is real.
So please want me for my money because I'm gonna get my money's worth.
And I want to be wanted for you.
Well, who? So you saying wealthy men? So you're saying wealthy people aren't wanted for?
Right. No. I'm not in your atmosphere, right? Because I'm not a single brother with those type of options. But I'm saying that I want you to be with me and want me for me. Not what I possess, not what I have.
My fear isn't that. My fear isn't a woman wanting me for my wealth.
Correct.
My fear is this woman is doing all the.
Right.
And then switch up on you.
I swear I think they'll switch up, man.
Yes,
Not all
sir.
of them. Not all of them.
I know.
And maybe not. I can bet and say if I can say Absolutely, I believe that. If I
It's
bet,
a lot more, man.
I bet if I can say,
Right, it's 7.
I
So
bet.
you just don't
Right.
know if they're playing game or not.
No, I don't think they're playing games, right?
No, I ain't say playing games. I said running game.
I don't even think that because I've been, with them too long. So I don't think there's a game. And I was with them like B when, you know what I'm saying?
So you talking your existing roster, then. You ain't talking
Well,
about.
I'm talking
Right.
about the possibility. You're talking about the fear once you get married and they switch up on you.
Right. I really believe that I can call right now and say, hey, be butt naked ass in her at 12 o'clock. I think if I get married and I jump in the bed, and my fear comes from me not having these conversations with brothers. Well, B is scaring the hell out of me, by the way. But it's me watching TV and where you can't, you know what I'm saying, jumping in the bed and your wife roll over and you like, bitch, you know what I'm saying? So
is it that fear or the fear of losing the desire for that person?
I don't even think I lose the desire for it. My fear is I don't never want to be in a situation to where I'm stuck with a woman that want to fuck. And
They don't want to.
Right.
But so,
Yeah. That's
Don't want to
a big
suck.
thing.
Don't want to cluck. Don't want to buck.
But I hate to be the one to bring this up, but the numbers game or time. Let me use the word time.
yeah.
Time is going to affect some of that.
Right. So there
Right.
now I gotta mess with a younger woman. And like the woman on here said, they only want me for my money. Right? Which is fine with me. So to go to what B said, he don't want nobody that don't love him. Right.
Don't want to be.
And I'm pretty sure I don't want to marry nobody
Right.
that don't want to be with me
Right,
for me.
Right. Not necessarily love, but want me for who I am.
No, you gotta love me to marry me. So I don't.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
I don't want to marry anyone that doesn't love me. Right.
Right.
The women that love me probably
If this
is
woman,
going.
if
They
this
shit
woman,
old.
if this woman loves you, sincerely loves you, then she will submit and be correct.
No.
No, that ain't what he's talking about.
Yeah, they old. Shit stopped working. Desires leave. They getting
My father time has an impact
Right.
on some of these
Yeah, I
things.
mean, I get where you guys are.
And that's married or not.
Right. I get where you guys are going.
So in my situation, I'm still everything on me works.
Right.
I don't know how long it's gonna work. I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest out of you cats. At 54, you're 54, right?
Yeah, I should be coming up on that. This month.
All this shit work. All this shit work.
Check my birth certificate.
You know what I'm
I'll
saying?
stop counting that bit.
Everything works. I'm 18 now. I don't as much, but each experience, I'm still, So, and I'm pretty sure everyone, all of us are. But the women, you know what I'm saying?
I think that, and she kind of touched on this a little bit last week. If she didn't, she should have. Women can there's women out there nowadays that are where you out and they in their 50s. They'll wear you out.
No, they won't.
Yeah, they
gonna wear you out if you're out of shape in your 50s.
I'm telling you, man.
If you follow me, this is what you know about me.
Out there.
I work out every day. I work out every day. I'm cardio, so I'm good. I work out every day. A woman ain't gonna wear me out.
Okay, and again, that you may
I
not.
still wake up with piss hearts.
But do you know when women hit their prime?
I don't.
40s.
Okay.
That's late.
Well, I'm
They-
50.
Something like that.
I know. So
Yeah.
some of them is even
Some
later than
women.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't met a woman yet that'll wear me out.
They
Now I had a woman. I don't know what wear out means. So what do you mean by wearing you out?
They want it
You do
constantly.
more than you
Well,
can
Yeah,
handle.
more than you can have.
So
They want it constantly.
So you talking about multiple times?
Yeah.
I don't count that as wearing you out. I don't count that as this bitch crazy.
No, and they want you. Listen, I'm you get in your fit. I'm not in good shape as you are. So
I was like that when I was young.
Sometimes I like to roll over. I'm in the rollover category.
So
This
this what I do to combat that, right? And don't get me twisted. Women bounce back. Well, I don't know. I haven't because when I hit them, they bounce back quicker than we do.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
My point.
My session is not wearing me out. See what I'm saying?
You in good shape, bro.
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm.
Ain't nothing wrong with rolling over. Listen, like Richard Pryor said, you know.
I'm once a night now.
I'm
Don't get. I ain't gonna give you 2 and 3 times a night.
I'm gonna give you 10, 15 strong minutes, and after that, I gotta do some shit. I gotta roll over.
I'm gonna give you 10, 15
You know what
strong.
I'm saying?
I'm gonna give you 15, 20 strong minutes.
That's what happened to Kevin Sanders. See, Kevin
So
Sanders.
what was the
brothers
what
are
was the
not
topic?
representing for the 50-year-olds. I'm just saying.
Nah, we are, man. We
gonna have to live.
keeping it 100 right there. You know what I'm saying?
He about to say he fucking for hours.
Yeah, and I used to see people.
He might. He don't need no McGrath, so he might be.
I'm not going to get in there to discuss me and my wife in that way, but
He's fucking for hours.
I ain't doing all that.
I'm saying the norm. I'm saying the
I'm
norm.
not getting into that.
Us normal fellas, we
Normal
fuck for
fellas.
about 15, 20 minutes.
Good hard 15 in.
I'm gonna knock you out.
Yeah, and after that,
I'm gonna give you a great 20 minutes.
What was the topic again?
My fears of what's gonna happen,
What's gonna happen
once
when you get married.
once I commit. You
Woman.
know what I'm saying? Once I say one, let's throw marriage out.
So that's. But
Let's say commit to one woman.
But
Okay.
David, you bring up an
Just commitment. We just saying commitment.
And
What-
I think you brought up the point, and you saying your fear is that dating a woman your age may not have the sexual desires that you have, that you possess.
I don't know.
And so because of that, you're dating younger women.
you worry about the wrong thing.
I didn't say any of that.
Yeah, whatever what you said though earlier, you shouldn't have to worry. They out there, man. I'm telling you, they out there in trouble.
No, okay, right now.
Yeah.
But I hope I live past 54.
Well,
See what I'm saying? I hope I live past 60.
women are healthier
Right.
now. They get
See what I'm
whether they
saying?
vegans.
I hope I live past that. You know what I'm saying?
Holly
So,
Berry is what? How old is Holly Berry now?
54.
Okay, exactly. I think
I don't have problems with
she's
54-year-old women.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. Okay, let's start all over. When you're gonna be committed, right?
Mhm.
So that means forever.
Yep.
My forever, I hope past.
that lasts.
I hope that
Some
right.
people's forever is shorter than others.
Yeah, that's
Right.
what I
Well,
said. As long as that
well,
lasts.
I want my forever to be what 100. You know, okay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So my great grandfather, Mr. Cherry, rest his soul, he was 87 when he passed away. I used to cut yards. His girlfriend's yards. I probably mentioned this before. And I walked in on him. So in his 70s,
Right.
the woman looked horrible. You know what I'm saying? I mean, titties to the knees and all this. Hold on, let me take that back. I was a kid, so I wasn't attracted to titties at the knees women. Now, I'm not gonna tell you what I'm attracted to, but I don't want all these people on TikTok to go crazy. So I know he was having sex well into his 70s, right? I got a partner, Don Owens, rest his soul, he passed away. He was having kids well into his 80s. You know, by young women, by the way. I'm not saying you saying I got to date young women, and that's can probably be the case. But my sex drive, no, B said. My point of B. So my sex drive, if I'm committed to a woman right now, 54, 55, whatever, I'm committed to a woman. Here's a word I'm about to use. I'm stuck with her.
Right.
Past. Okay.
So that sounds like a fear of commitment.
No, I'm okay. I'm not fear of commitment. You're right.
Sexual commitment.
Yeah, it sounds like a fear of commitment. And there's nothing wrong with that. Some people are built like that.
So what happened when she's not able to, because they have a hot. So let me ask you this question: when they go through the hot flash stage and the what is it when they cut the coochie out? What is that called?
Menopause.
Menopause. What if they go through all the menopause stuff, right? Then what? I'm stuck with her.
Right. Yeah.
I ain't talking to you, B.
Man.
Well, this is actually where I'm moving toward. Well, maybe I might be. I don't know if I'm running towards a deep direction, but there should be more to your relationship than just
Exactly.
just
That's
that.
why I'm over here
because-
shaking my head.
Oh, well.
There gotta be more to it.
Because time.
So when sex stop, so the relationship continues.
yeah.
It's supposed to.
Supposed to.
All three of y'all said that.
Nah,
Not
I ain't say that.
So if you were at ladies on TikTok, if your man right now was to say, "We're not happy," my penis fell off. Are you gonna stay with him?
We ain't talking now. It wasn't. It's on down the line. You want to talk about today? You ain't gonna get with it if it ain't working today. We talking about 30 years down the line in the 80s.
Yeah, he talking about.
No.
Relationship.
When does menopause start?
For some women.
Shit, you gotta ask women. I don't know.
So late 40s.
Different for everybody.
Okay, so whenever that stops and they stop having sexual desires and all this, when they're past their prime,
They can take some. They got female Viagra now.
I don't think menopause has to do.
Yeah, that don't stop.
Yeah,
for some, it actually increases it.
But
I thought it made your vagina dry.
there's a lot of
You need
That's what somebody told me.
No, there are different side effects to menopause. Some women it gives them some emotional outbursts. Some women it can lead to vaginal irritation. So I mean, it just depends. There's multiple symptoms that different women experience.
But back to my point. There's women out there who
start tapping again, people.
Who
Look,
will
tap,
go
tap, tap,
down.
tap,
I'm
tap,
telling you. I think Damon worried about that. They out there, bro. They out there.
Thank you
going down
for sending the rose.
That's why they be going.
Hey, welcome, Rod.
Cruises down to Jamaica and Caribbean
Okay.
by themselves. And they
So-
going down there to get hammered.
Right.
Straight up.
Hold on, what?
Yeah, they going down there to get hammered.
I don't know about that. So we got one lady, PTX. She says she's in her 60s, and So are you saying you sexually active or what? What are you saying? Okay, you pass your prime, but what? You're not sexually active? No, I'm asking these ladies in their 60s because in 6 years I'm gonna be 60. It's my pinky nails. What's wrong with my pinky nails? Stay on topic, people. D, give me about 100 likes since you're gonna say something about my fingernails. I'm 59. Okay, 59-year-old Inga. I'm sorry. What does that? You just saying what are you saying? So are you still as sexually active?
Hold on real quick, man. Hey guys, we can keep the conversation going.
Who you talking
We
to?
just got a note. We talked to our friends, but we just got a note for our producers.
Man,
so
I-
don't sign off.
Hold on.
guys. We're just
Who
gonna
telling
sign
them to sign? Hold on.
No,
Let me
I'm
explain
saying
this one more
don't-
time.
I'm saying
I'm gonna
don't
explain this
sign
to him
off.
one time. This is separate from that.
No, I'm saying if you want.
I'm not gonna tell them to sign off. I'm talking to them.
Okay, cool. But I want to.
This is different from that.
We want to.
This is not the podcast. You just get to hear the
We
podcast.
want to thank our
This
guests
is
again.
this is TikTok.
We want to thank our guests again. Hey, thank you very much, brother, for joining us this evening. We really appreciate it. If it's your first
Okay.
time on our platform, thank you. If you've been on again, please continue to follow us again. We're on all social media platforms. So please find us and like us when you do.
And if you go to my bio and you can see where we are as far as YouTube channel and the Damon and Bilal on podcast. Thank you for joining, but I'm still talking.
No, we're just signing off.
On the podcast. Podcast is over. So this lady said still making their toes curl. She said still making their toes curl at 60. I'm just sexually active and
All right, see what let's get now. We out on the podcast. Thanks, bro.
Oh, good.
I'm still alive, so just so y'all, I don't want y'all to say I didn't tell you.
But I really want to stress Damon,
I'm
that
listening.
ton of women out there, man, that'll surprise you.
But I'm seeing they saying
You gotta
60.
go find them.
No, man, I'm telling
So I seen 2 on this right quick.
They
Out
say
of
60 and ready.
yes.
Go down to Houston.
Tell them the cam.
Go down
up.
to Houston.
Tell them the cam. up.
I'm not hunting for anyone. I'm just saying.
No, I'm just saying they out there in droves.
So I got to find them. So I can't. Okay, now let's get to that point. So there's no need for me locking in on this one, just because what if she have issues in her 60s because of medical issues?
Well, man, that you know. That,
So I'm saying,
that's no guarantees.
right? I want guarantees.
Well, then you
So-
might want to be the younger one.
No, they not guaranteed. So you know what guaranteed is? The option to go find somebody that is still sexually active like you want them to be.
Yeah, but even the one that's sexually active today may,
So I'm not married. So I have options to go find. I can.
So if that one is out, if it
you know,
dries up,
What you driving right now?
let's
When that motherfucker break down, what you gonna do?
go get another.
Period. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
So being
Okay,
for you to say, well, I'm gonna keep this car even though it don't work no more. Well, I ain't going to work.
But I was just addressing your fear. You said your fear is that you get with her today
She can't.
and stop working.
Right.
I'm saying there's some out there that will take you into your 60s.
I can't
65,
predict.
70s.
I can't predict if she's gonna take me into my 70s. If I commit to, if I marry her, I can't commit. I can't. How we gonna predict what a woman can, right now gonna do 20 years from now? My dick might not work 20 years
But
from now.
that's life, though. That's like that life.
And no, it ain't life. That's marriage. So you stuck with her forever, even with her broke down package or my broke down package. You see what I'm saying? So I'm not. That's why my fear is Anonymous still with us. So that's where my fears come
Yeah,
in.
they working 71.
My fear come in is I'm stuck or she's stuck.
Now I have some fear of that too. Actually, I
Because-
went through a little bit with somebody I knew, and I knew that they wasn't they shut it down.
Same thing on us, right? Say my thing. Say I can't perform anymore.
She hit the bricks.
Right? She's out of there.
But and okay,
Let
so
me ask that
and I
question.
know this is going to be, and we touched on it with T. That's why it's good to have a female perspective. Sometimes you got to be creative, and some women will, they open for creativity.
Ruby Red said women have fears too. Okay, that's what I'm saying. So I'm saying this is my fear. So I might not be able to perform. I might go limp, as Ruby Red said. Men go. I see commercials where they say men have issues at 40.
Yeah,
I'm just blessed that I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Football players who shit can't get up.
Yeah.
They take Viagra. I know Dallas Cowboys football players that was popping Viagra.
They were just doing that because
But that's gonna mess them up later on down the line.
They can hit multiple women longer.
Yeah, but that's gonna screw them up.
you don't need
because
pills for
their
that.
system is
You don't need pills for that.
Yeah, you don't need. That's why.
I don't know. I haven't done. What you mean multiple? One time multiple? Or
Yeah.
Just
They probably threesome if they want.
Yeah, I ain't do- I don't do
They
all that
ready
shit.
so they-
I don't do threesome.
But it wears them out.
No, I don't want to do a threesome. To anybody who's on the inquiring,
I'm just saying you'd be surprised what's out there nowadays.
no, you keep saying that, but what does that have to do with what? Okay,
You got more options. That's what I'm saying.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If you're married, you don't have any options. All you have is her.
They got that.
Okay. But then let me clarify. Okay. Let me clarify. You got more options to meet someone whose drive is equal or even.
But how do you predict what her drive going to be 5 years from now?
They just keep moving like you didn't.
So what you do? You don't get married. Is what I'm saying. I don't want. My fear again is I do fear of getting the wrong one.
Okay, that's acceptable.
You know what I'm saying?
I just think that fear kind of is in the olden days. Yeah, I think
What?
in the olden days.
So-
at
so-
this age, it's a wrap. But these women are just it's
Oh,
amazing
okay.
how good shape they in that.
Okay, all of them.
A good chunk of them.
Okay, so what if you get one of them that's not?
Man, I disagree. I think it's gonna be with me.
No, man. No, I'm disagreeing with you, man.
Man, I see this way.
Nah, these women can throw down, dude. I'm telling you. It shocked me.
He said he live in Houston. We need to go to Houston to see because
You
everybody
go to
else is
Houston,
fat.
It's some women who will blow your mind. You wouldn't even believe what their age is, and they are just horny 24/7. 24/7.
You just said she might be on.
24/7. Constant. Like
So they're saying we'll be stuck with you also, right? So everybody is saying sex is not important at what age? Because once everything, so if I become impotent for whatever reason, and she becomes whatever, you know what I'm saying, non-sexual for whatever reason. No, I'm still sexual, she's not. But let's reverse it.
Okay.
She's still sexual and I'm not. I don't want to be with her because I know she's fucking somebody.
man, you got to go get some dildos and stuff. And
But what that's gonna do for me?
You're gonna be going down with.
You ain't gonna do
You
nothing.
don't need
You
that.
can't get an erection.
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
just
gonna be
a
all
lie.
about pleasing her.
Yeah, so you
That's
gonna
what-
you gonna
You gonna get
you
out
gonna-
of the same thing a woman.
This
gets
what you
out
gonna
of.
do.
So why I want to stay with a woman? Why I want to stay with a woman that I can't even what?
because there's more to it. There's more to it. Than
Ain't nobody told me yet what's more to it. What's the more?
Because you love her.
Okay, let's go.
Y'all-
I love my mama too. What's the more?
That's the more to it.
It's more to
It's
it.
better off for worse. It's sickness in the
Yeah.
scalp.
Okay.
It's-
Somebody who gonna rub your when you get sick, they gonna put your teeth in Epsom salt.
Right,
They gonna
man, she gonna
pop the pimples on your
still
back.
cook for you.
They
Still bring
they
you
gonna
a
take
meal.
care, rub your feet,
Yeah,
rub your
that-
back.
That's a lot
It's-
more than the fact that she
take you to
can't-
the doctor if
she
you need to
can't
go.
have sex with you no more.
Yeah, it's
She's
a lot of stuff
She's
that they
more
do.
valuable in other ways.
Rubbing my feet.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying. That's what
All
I'm
of
asking.
that.
What's
They
the
will
more?
take care of you.
But the more is the fact that she still supports you and still cares for you and provides spiritual support, moral support. She
They
cooks
will
for-
take care of
She cooks
So-
for
so-
you.
so let me-
she still does those
Let,
things.
let
Those
me explain
things
all
are
this.
valuable.
So he said moral support. Clearly, I don't need that. He said cooks for me. Clearly, I don't need that. What else you said? Another support?
I mean, it's just like he said, she can still cater to you.
Yeah,
She
cater
just
to
can't-
you.
She just can't provide sexual.
Yeah, she don't
Those
get
sexual. She still can do some oral. See, she may can't do vaginal if that's where the
So
problem is.
okay. So,
she's
but I'm still sexual, right?
right.
No, I would give you the opposite of that.
Okay.
Okay.
So
When-
Okay,
when
so-
you ain't working, but she.
Okay.
She,
So
you said,
now,
why should I be
so
with
she
her?
just become my servant.
Well, whatever you want to call it.
Okay,
I
well,
mean,
okay.
It's not your service.
So once my dick store, hold on.
She's
So
doing
once,
those things out
so
of
once
love.
my penis store working, stop working. Hold on. What's something to knock on? Shit.
Ain't no wood.
Like, oh,
Oh, where's wood in this motherfucker?
ain't that the wood right here?
Nah, this ain't
Yeah,
wood.
this is right.
Well, guess somebody give me some motherfucking wood. Shit.
Ain't got no wood.
This ain't wood.
Yeah, she better fly wood. bro.
Shit, I had to knock on something.
It had the word
So,
wood.
so hypothetically, if your penis start working and her and she's still 100,
Yeah.
so you gonna make her stay with you?
Yes.
Y'all
Well,
some selfish
first of all, when we
motherfuckers.
get to that point, I'm gonna do.
That's a yes or no
if I
question.
no, it's not a yes or
Let
no.
me answer
because
for you.
I'm gonna get it to working.
Yeah. So yes.
I'm gonna get it to working.
Selfish. That's selfish.
No,
I'm gonna get it to work.
because I'm still. A
How you gonna get your dick to work?
Because I will still be a provider. I still love her. She loves me.
Put a stick in there.
I would do other things to her and with her. that is
But you
still-
can't nut. So I don't know how that feels. I don't know.
But at this point, it's not
I'm a
about
professional
me.
coochie eater
I'm
now.
going to still.
But I'm not
please
gonna.
her
I still. Hold on, y'all gonna get me kicked
in
out.
whatever ways you can do that.
She gotta get her old man.
So
if
you-
you ain't getting her old, then she
Yeah,
will
yeah,
be.
yeah, so you toys now.
Yeah, you
Are
gotta get
playing
that.
What you mean,
oral
all this
sex
grand, no
play?
wisdom?
And
No, I
toys?
don't. I don't know how the future works, Lillian.
That's it.
Lillian, I don't know how the future works.
Man, it's
Just
like-
it's like they don't know how the future works. I don't know if a woman will stay with me if my penis don't work.
Well-
I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna stay with a woman if she's not sexual. So how's that? No, that is wisdom.
This is where I kind of agree with B a little bit because there's so much more
Yeah.
that can pop off.
Yeah, man.
Because again, the end
So
result is
you're saying,
You can lick on it.
Ingrid.
Yeah.
So you're saying if your woman couldn't have if your man was not sexual with you, you're okay with that, and you're still
They got
sexual.
the one that stick against the wall.
You're just not having sex no more.
That's gotta be enough. Say, baby, I
Okay, this lady say I would.
but I still can make you happy. Let me lick on this thing.
While you riding this, I'm licking right here.
And I'm
You
kissing
know,
on
stuff,
it.
yeah.
I'm
So there's
Some
no
titties
so
or
there's no
whatever.
more orgasms for me. It's over with.
Yeah, but that's if you.
But let me have that conversation. Somebody need to tell me how does that work. So
I'm gonna tell you.
It works exactly how it works.
Okay, so again, if you're a man,
yeah,
right,
you know, yeah.
and you're saying if you can't have an erection, your woman should leave you, and I'm saying no. If I can't have an erection,
I'm saying
I still can.
she should because she want to fuck, and I know I'm not fucking.
I
So
still can please.
I'm not gonna
her.
trust that.
We
You
still have.
living down here.
We still have exactly.
Yeah.
We still have a commitment. We still have
I
a
am
connection.
living.
We still have those things. I can perform oral. I can get
Yeah.
toys. I can get other things to please her, and by pleasing her, that pleases me.
Yeah, you.
Cause
I'm gonna let you know the hint. I'm gonna let you know the secret, brothers. All them toys and all that shit, and eating all that shit, she still want the dick.
But then you buy one and give it.
No. She still want the real dick. Women want.
Hey man.
He don't know.
Hey,
He
listen. Women want.
been married. He can't. He don't have any experience in nothing but his wife.
You ask the sister on there. It depends.
And I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, I'm about to agree with Beacon. I ain't trying to.
That deal door is attached to the man she loves.
Yeah, they. Yeah.
So that man she loves is still putting that in her.
Yeah.
It may not be him anymore because he's impotent, but it's still that
So
deal
women,
door is attached.
if
to
your
the
man was
she loves.
impotent,
and he has a deal door,
if
that
your
is
man,
attached to the man.
if
she
your
loves.
man was impotent, you mean a strap on?
Yeah.
Men wear strap-ons?
If you
Yeah, man. Whatever you do in your
Hey,
house,
I'm
go
saying,
get.
if you
To-
can't
to-
get
to-
directions
to
anymore,
these
that
women.
means, bitch, leave me. Yeah.
So to these women, if your man was impotent, would you stay with him?
I want to see the
Yeah,
response.
what's the reply?
What's the reply?
This lady said, I have no idea how to please a woman. Okay. I don't even know you, so how you know?
What is some of the response? Man,
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
blind.
curious
Somebody
on that.
said yes.
Yeah,
yes.
they gonna stay, man.
Yes, man, because you have different connections.
I
bruh.
know a lot of females, and
Man.
they still with the dude.
So for this woman that says, hold on, let me get back to you. Let me get back to you.
All orgasm are clitoris.
So-
I still can do that.
Yeah.
Just because I can't have an erection, I still can.
Yeah.
Is that Chambi? So
All clitoris,
your man is impotent and you're still with him.
Because all
So you get no
orgasms are
penis.
clitoris.
And they
I
fine with it.
But
whole nother
see,
breed of women
you
out there,
keep
dog.
saying no penis. There are so many other things that you can do with her that can take her
Oh,
where you need to take her.
Oh, I know that.
And if you got money,
That's it.
you know you can get a stent put in your own shit. That don't work.
But
That's
what-
it.
But we just going on no.
Will it work?
Yeah.
You get an orgasm.
Well, now you get an orgasm. That's medical. I don't know medically how that.
Oh,
shit
that-
works. But I know that
I'm not.
you sticking something up in her. That's yours.
Y'all steady talking about
Wash
it.
it off.
Right. I get that.
Technology is ridiculous.
Who said no? What's some responses?
Somebody said I don't know if they
I
responded
said
to.
I don't want it.
They don't want what?
I don't.
And I hate to say it, the women don't curve. You can get your orgasm out. That ain't them getting their own.
Okay, so
That's what's
so
important.
you guys would be okay with not. Oh, okay.
If I can't do it,
I don't know though.
Okay,
I don't
man.
know. I've never been in a situation.
Yeah, I haven't either. But I'm just
If
saying.
my wife is trying to stop right now,
I'm leaving them.
I'm not leaving her.
I am. Bye.
She gonna just be.
I support you. Okay, let's put it this way. I will support you financially.
Most of and all that.
You can go. You can still. But baby, I'm going to get.
start being an ass fuck.
So
But I ain't.
Did y'all remember Lorraine here? I don't know if y'all hear Lorraine's podcast with her and the females, but she said her dude, oh boy,
Right.
he said
we need to call her.
he said,
Can we get her?
well,
Not tonight.
but yeah.
We gonna get Lorraine.
But and
We
she
got
said
it.
it's in the podcast, so I ain't even good. She said he told her like, hey, because I can't do nothing, obviously, just if you want to go out there and about
That's
the
me. That's what I'm gonna do.
then but she said she didn't, because she went the toy route.
But he could.
But
he could move.
he gave her the option.
That's different.
What you mean?
He
Okay, he couldn't move, but he couldn't
No,
fuck.
but that's different. If I still have more.
Let's get Lorraine on here.
I still have
Can we
more ability.
can we get on her next
If
week?
you still have mobility,
I'll call her.
Hey, I'm cool with that.
I always say she want to talk about this, but I call her.
Well, she
Now,
already
now-
talked about it.
Well, it was the girl. If you listen to a podcast, it's this girl named DeBose,
Let's get her.
and DeBose dug it out of her.
Okay, well, she already said it. It's already on a podcast. Let's have a conversation.
Yeah, she dug it out, because Lorraine didn't want to go there, because you know Lorraine.
Okay, let's
But
say that for next week.
DeBose dug it out of her.
Let's say that for next week.
And when DeBose dug it out of her, she said stuff that she kind of like, oh shit, that I said, but it was already on the podcast.
Well, it's on the podcast, so let's play the pod. Let's get on here, play the podcast. That little part, and let's have a conversation about it.
Yeah, listen to it. Yeah, it's on Spotify.
No, just
Oh,
talk.
you mean Lorraine talking about?
Yeah.
Now, that's what I'm saying. I don't think because she gonna be uncomfortable, because it was, in other words, it was another woman who brought that up.
I'm gonna bring. Okay, we'll bring it out of her. Well,
Shit, I ain't that good.
I will.
I ain't that good.
I will bring it out. Just see what she be on the show.
Marriage is long.
I ain't that good.
She, her husband has passed away.
But I ain't that good. Because women are finicky. Another woman can say some shit to them, and they'll
Either she'll
we
talk
say
about
some shit
it,
to them, and
or
like,
she won't talk
ain't
about
none
it.
of y'all damn business.
Then that's what it is. It's not none of our business.
You see what I'm saying?
But now listen. But here's what we're missing.
I got
That's why Tina was so good.
But
I
she
got
said-
I got a number. Don't worry
But
about
he
it.
said she stayed and didn't cheat. She bought toys.
Okay, I can say that shit too.
Yeah, she bought.
I can say anything.
Yeah.
I'm a trillionaire.
Yeah. You right. We don't know what she got to tell her. She might got
I'm walking the fine line, yo.
Hey, she might got a brother named Toy.
Yeah, right.
I'm walking the fine line like, ain't no right. Let's talk more about them
She might
toys.
have got a brother. She might have got a brother named Toy. So you right. Just because she said she didn't get Toy, she could have got a brother named Toy. Hey, Toy, come here.
But I'm gonna say this, man. Though, and it's probably my last time saying, but I just want to make it surprised you, and it surprised
Man,
me
listen.
what's out there.
So
If
so
my woman,
I'm shocked.
listen,
So-
if my
so
woman-
Ed She
if
Speaks
wanna leave,
one-on-one.
I'll let her leave.
who is that? As She Speaks 101, peep that too. You don't know who that is?
I'm serious.
She Speaks 101. You peeped that too.
But what is a
What
comment?
reference?
No. This is our comment. This is somebody's comment. They telling me to go to. I guess they telling me to go to. I don't know. We was talking about
one-on-one.
peeped. Yeah, you peeped. PEEPED. If you ain't recognizing about all that, you don't know about.
You know, I'll Google it real quickly.
No, yeah, that might be somebody's podcast. They telling us to go. I don't know what they talking.
Or they could be giving you a site where this shit is some of the stuff we talking about is at.
Hey,
That's what I'm talking
a real
to.
good one. Yeah, it's a real good one. So
Yeah.
we're definitely going to talk about that.
Yeah, I just think sexually now, man, especially with sisters
What you
used to
put
be
me on the camera?
open to all that.
Somebody said who I'm talking to. They
Oh.
think I'm.
Oh, they want to know what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
Yeah, don't put me in here.
Don't put me.
That motherfucker, that's him right there. Okay, yeah.
All right.
My shit ain't as tight as yours now.
We're out. Thank you for joining us. Hey, before we leave,
All right, well, let's go back.
do the for everybody. Oh, we got 70 people on it now.
Yeah,
That's 74. Hey, y'all 70 folks, start doing the tap for me. Start liking or something, please. Would y'all like for me? Just give me some likes. Just jumped on. Oh, Tammy Jackson, we about to go, baby. Baby Kate, we out of here. You missed it. I wasn't talking about nothing as usual. He been fine all his
No, I
life.
think this was
They said
one
you've
of
been
the-
fine all your life, B.
This is excellent.
Somebody been fine all their life, shit.
Thank you.
Nigga, don't get my phone chunked out the window. Hey, do me a favor and start tapping. Come on, tap for me, people.
See, that's why I do.
Appreciate it.
Do
Can all of you tap? All of you, please tap. Just tap a lot.
Putting shit in my mouth. Nah.
She Speaks 101.
I got busted on that stuff.
Oh, okay. She Speaks one. She was telling She Speaks 101 to chime in. I'm sorry, She Speaks 101. We're about to sign off, but I'm asking y'all to give me some likes before we
Ask that
do.
question though.
But we would.
Ask her real quick when she fuck with a nigga.
Okay, since you were requested to join us, will you mess with a brother who can't perform sexually? Would you? No. Would you stay with your husband?
Next week is your opinions. That's where we're going.
She Speaks 101. Will you stay with your husband if he couldn't perform sexually?
But complete.
I'm going live again next Tuesday. I fly in, so to deal with these two cats, to be next Tuesday or next Thursday. But if you like me or follow me, it'll invite you. We will invite you. I'm talking to Ruby Red.
So, yeah,
Does my mouth work?
next week, see, that's what I'm saying. You ain't got that no
Oh, see, I'm getting confused. She said, "Does my mouth?" Does She Speaks? Okay,
That's right.
I
That's
got
what
you.
I'm saying. That's what
No,
I mean.
this is what I'm saying.
And that's
If
what
my
I'm saying.
if my penis stop working, I'm gonna give my woman opportunities. I'm gonna release you because I don't know. I might be insecure. I might be like, hey, you got her fucking anyway. You might as well. Cause I'm not gonna. She gonna be out there fucking and I can come home and sit on my face. Fuck no.
But see, now why you saying that when body count don't matter?
Motherfucker, I'm not just my wife. Shit, body count most definitely matters after she become my wife.
Your wife body count don't matter, nigga. See, that's what
So you
So
not
this
down with
okay.
the open relationship thing?
My wife.
No, he
Yeah,
said,
that's what I'm saying.
What are y'all talking about?
he
I'm
said
not gonna
wife
never
could-
be with an open
he said
relationship.
wife could be
Okay.
open. He-
I'm not never with a relationship. I'm not. Listen, I'm not gonna mess with a woman that's messing with another nigga. Period.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, I'm with you. I was always with that.
No, y'all misunderstood me. Hold on. No.
No,
I'm not in for. She. No. That's a whole other conversation.
No. You said open marriage only you can be
Right. That's not only me.
Oh, only you, but she can't.
Right. What kind of shit is
He
that?
said only him.
Come on, let's tap.
Yeah, he said.
But next week we gonna continue this conversation.
Yeah.
It's 11:42, and hello Arizona.
He's gotta go to real job.
See, they coming in late.
Yeah, we get. Oh, if she's from Arizona, shit.
Oh yeah, it's 2:00 in the morning.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
We gotta find a way to get some of them on live.
What, Arizona?
Some of y'all audience, man.
And let me ask you ladies this. If we gave y'all a number to call in, but they don't hear them on here. Oh, we don't care about it. If we gave y'all a number to call in to the show, to our podcast, would you call in? They're not gonna necessarily hear you on the on the
We
live.
have to get it. If we can get it, go ahead, keep going. I'm sorry.
No, we don't need for them. It's for the podcast.
Yeah.
So, but this is the audience that we can draw from.
Right.
So if we gave a number, okay, we got some absolutes.
But I'm saying-
Next, so if we don't have a guest next week, we're gonna put a number. I'm gonna give you a number for you guys to call in. We got a lot of absolutes and a lot of yeses.
We just need a Wi-Fi number.
Yeah. So next week,
So just to get a
we're gonna have.
I think that's a great idea.
It's gonna be capability for you guys to call in.
Just got a call. Who can tell me how to get a Wi-Fi number?
We're gonna give you guys a number for you to call in.
I got Google too.
Now you're not gonna be heard on here.
Can you pull your Google number up?
But you will be on our podcast. So go to my bio. You can go to our podcast. It's the same old goofy shit we talking about now, and also our YouTube live, my YouTube channel, the YouTube channel. Well, I'm gonna give you one more minute. So for 1 minute, let's tap a lot. Let's do a lot of taps for me, just for one straight minute. And I'm saying this because the guy told me to do this, and that'll something and make something else and something happen. If you haven't before, at least go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. Do that for me. Do me that favor, please. It's 63 people on here. I expect to see 64 new subscriptions to my YouTube channel. Please and thank you. And this is Bilal's.
Thank you guys very much.
That's Mr. Sexy, and here's the Silver Fox, and we're out.